Alright, I think we're now live. This is my first time trying the YouTube live streaming tools to record a session. Figured it'd be something fun to try. For today, it's going to be a low-tech run as Austria, Hungary. I'm playing on very large fleet size. Research rate, we're going to crank this way down to say 30%. Click up and down even just to make sure it takes. Historical resources, so we're going to be limited. So very large, so we're going to be facing very large fleets with our paltry resources. I'm not sure if Very Technology is actually working in Roll the Waves 2. I've done a couple different runs with Very Technology selected, and I've never seen anything odd pop up. I don't know if they just hid the feature, so it just silently happens, or if it's just not working. So I'm going to leave that off for now. Harder piece deals, so it'll be, worse for them, or worse for me. No AI advantage, I already have enough. I'm Austria Hungary. I'm going to slow aircraft development. I enjoy carrier gameplay, but the AI tends to go nuts. So late game, the fleets disappear. It's just aircraft spam from, hundreds of aircraft per season. It's not that fun to play, so we'll just slow them down. I like aircraft, it still needs some balancing yet. And we're going to let the AI generate the legacy fleet as an additional challenge. It's pretty easy to kind of game the system with some really good starting ships. So we'll have to make do with what we got. My goal here is to actually expand Austria-Hungary. Normally, I play very conservatively in that I only keep myself inside the Mediterranean bubble, becoming basically the dominant sea power of the Mediterranean. I still want to establish myself as that naval power, of course, but I want to actually expand Austria-Hungary this time into the other sea zones to expand that global power, become a new empire, if you will. This is another personal challenge, so we'll give it a go. Firing it on up. In the background, the music I'm playing is actually the old MechWarrior 2 Mercenary soundtrack. Fantastic soundtrack. Maybe a little too upbeat for some naval warfare, but it's fun, and it zones out pretty easy in the background. And it sounds awesome. So, we are getting the typical, crap lord, Austria, naval ships. Not very good for starting battleships, but that's what we've got. The heavy cruisers are just a glorified version of our battleships. At least they're actually pretty heavily armored for a heavy cruiser. It'll serve. Not great, not bad. The light cruiser, yeah. This is going to go raiding immediately. It's pretty poor even for light cruiser standards. I mean, tons of guns, but it's just not going to do much. DDs. Yeah, typical, totally acceptable, whatever. These guys are going to get scrapped as soon as I can, really. And that's going to be pretty much it. Map zones. What do we look like for our coastal fortifications? I'm going to get rid of the 4-inchers. They do nothing. They do apply a little bit of, in theory, mine laying, but it's not that great. So we got 6 in Austria-Hungary properly. Oops. Scrap. 6 inchers, rather. So... What we're going to build is actually what quality armor 6-inch guns. I mean, granted, they don't do a ton, but we have good 6-inchers. Okay, so we will build over here just to help protect it. We'll build 2 to start. It doesn't throw us in the hole, just to get some protection. These new battleships, they at least have bigger guns. They're even slower. It's just as terribly armored, but. Yeah, the 7-inch battery, again, it's a poor quality 7-inch gun, so it's almost a case of why bother. I have had fun running larger secondaries before, but yeah, I actually have a decent gun for it. So we'll let these build purely so that we actually have some more blockade points, because they're terrible ships otherwise. Funds, I do have the money. No, that's right, very large, so it's even more expensive. One more turn. Alright, immediately start laying down larger docks. Okay, a couple turns in, instead of research, it's going to go to a 10%. Because of the slower tech rate, I mean, it's good to invest in your research, but I think buying my tech is probably going to work a little better for me. Of course, high on naval guns. And I also like going high on machinery, especially on a low-tech run. Getting a couple of extra technologies there will really reduce the size of your ships, just because you're not having to invest in such huge of power plants. Fire control is always good, although damage control is always good too. Torpedo technology, will crank that up in a couple more years, because we don't quite have that many torpedoes yet, so yeah. For now, we're keeping these probably into our first war, just as trade protection ships. If we spark off in the next couple of years, go high versus Italy, see if we can't piss them off. Oh good, those are built. Great. Generic tension. Actually, can we? Yes, we can point fingers at Italy already. Perfect. Pressure hull. Building larger docks. Some overweight, of course. Well, to be fair, probably if we go to rebuild, every single ship's overweight. Ooh, man. Similar armor. Outguns us. Yeah. Really, I would like to lay down a new battleship and heavy cruiser. We'll see. Our budget's not that great. Okay, I'm gonna invest into the nation. We still get some budget, not as much as this option, but I believe it actually invests back into your nation's resources. So if we go to the almanac, right now, base resources 5,400. Even Italy is stronger with 6,200. That said, with their inconsistent naval policy, their budget may or may not be better. In fact, it is better for once for right now, but we need to poke them in the nose. New docks. Got the other battleships commissioned. Finish working up. Very good. We're going to put them into reserve. It's not too hot just yet. And again, invest in larger docks. We're probably not going to build anything locally really just yet. Give it a couple more turns, and then we'll see what our neighbors have. Germany likes this. USA, not so much. I normally have a good strategy of building for USA, but maybe not this run. Same ship. Okay, so I think we're going to see what Germany can do for us. Let's design a ship, because especially since let me double check, I don't think we have any good large guns. No, they are all quite poor. So we'll design a ship, a pre-dreadnought, Germany. Smaller slips even than us, but we don't need anything tremendously huge right now. Okay, their 11-inch guns are poor. They have no 10s. They're no better than us. Local yard. Okay. Out of curiosity, what does Italy have? They are negative quality 11, so that's something. France. They also have those poor 13s. Great Britain. One of the better ones normally. Nope, they are also still poor. And USA, also poor. Alright, if they are all terrible, then I'll go ahead and design the ship locally. Why do you do this to me, game? That's an insult. Alright, 11-inch guns. Our main fleet is what, 19? So we'll go 19. Short range, cramped accommodations. These are a short-term battleship for sure. Gun data. Immune to our own guns. Fantastic. 1.5-inch deck. So if we go to, let's say, Great Britain with their 12-inch rounds, yeah, they can still barely pin that. So we'll leave it where it is as our local yards. 1.5 inches is just fine. What is our maximum pin? Okay, I would prefer something a little bit tankier. So let's say 9.5. 9.5. 9.5. That'll hold her out a little bit longer. If we're having to build something, those will be good. Yeah, we have good 6-inch guns. We can put the casemates Or sorry, the tertiaries and turrets, so they have a better rate of field of fire. 2, 3, 4, 5 per side. I would prefer 12. Very heavily armored. If we could get 7 inches on them, they'll actually be pretty protected. And we're gonna add 2 more of those torpedoes. Local yard. Oh yeah, 11-inch guns because we don't have those. That's all fine. How much is gonna cost us to go normal? Okay, that's not bad. That's worth it. We'll keep the short range. We could even go engines built for speed. It's gonna save us a little bit. Again, these are coastal ships, and it's pretty easy in a war with Italy to get back to our own shipyards. It's not like we have to steam across half the English Channel or something. So this will give us a ship that's totally immune, with a goodly number of secondary guns. 7 per side gives us a nice wall of fire. I want to match it on my tertiaries and go slightly larger. This would leave us room for additional fire control. Could squeeze that in. Okay. No AA. We got torpedoes. Short, but for speed. I think this will be just fine. 13,700. I think that's totally adequate. Is that just me? No! I hit the wrong button. Alright, fine. We'll restart this. 6-inch guns. Casemates. 7. 3s. 1. I think 14 per side. Yeah, feels about right. 19. Speed. Short range. Normal accommodations. 9.5. What am I missing? Oh, also for that, and we had 100 rounds per gun. Why is this better armored? Oh! It's a larger ship, that's why. 9.5. 9.5. 9.5. 1-inch foredeck. I think we have 1.5 here. Very top 2.5 is fine, but really, we'd probably want closer to 7. Getting too big. Let's go 2 for splinter protection. 1,500. Large, but not the maximum. 9.5, 9.5. Mostly immune. Turrets can't be pinned randomly. How much would be a 2-inch deck? It's 600 tons. It's not the worst, and that way at least we would not have splinters penetrating our main deck into the entrance. It could still take a standard pin, but yeah. Heavily armored secondaries. Later on I get rid of this, but for right now we want them to keep working and, you know, fling fire. Suggest name. The Bob and Bug. Alright, I live in Alaska, and I'm going to give some names from Alaskan cities. So we're going to go, this one's the Fairbanks class. And I think that's hunky-dory. Yep. Now, I did say I want to expand us into other regions. The big thing is winning the first war. After that, I can start dealing with longer range ships, and especially like cruisers can generally be built more easily right now for that longer range engagement. I just want battleships to hold the line. Get some prestige. I find I'm not overly concerned with prestige beyond not getting fired. And I happily use it as currency, so if I can easily get some prestige, yeah, get it. So later on I can spend it to counterbalance whatever I need going on. Go to build. It's a pretty fast build. We're going to lay down one of the class. Hope I remember to match the speed. I did 19 knots. So pretty sizable increase. 40% increase basically over the previous class. In exchange, we're getting higher quality secondaries that with faster speed matching the older ships, more armor, and a heavier broadside. So yeah, 40% increase is certainly expensive, but yeah. Next, open this design. So this is our current heavy cruiser. Do we have 10-inch guns? We do have 10-inch guns. 8-inch guns? No. We have 10s. St. George class. We're just going to auto-design because it's not going to be benefiting us too much. 2-inch secondaries is great. I like 6 inches of belt armor, making real tanky boys. And so if we have 10-inch guns, we'd probably need 5 on the extended belt. I tend to build very large heavy cruisers that are really more of a prototype battle cruiser. And we're going to give her some additional torpedoes. Even maybe one on the stern. I don't find the forward ones all that useful. She is going to be a big girl. Very expensive. Far more expensive than our main battleships. But it's fine. Gun data. I want 5.5, maybe even 6 if I can get it. And the speed is, yes, that's 700 tons for 23 knots. That gives me back another 500. So we could go 21 knots, so she's 1 knot faster than the older ships. We have a heavier belt, good deck armor, gun data, totally armored, a good secondary barrage, and 14. That's on 9-inch guns. What about 10s? 4.8, 4.7. It's such a small difference. Oh, it only costs us a couple hundred tons though. So yeah, 10 inches. Oh, the torpedoes. Now we can make her smaller. 13, 4. An expensive ship, but I'm okay with that. That's the point of this. Alternatively, you could go 11-inch guns and make her a true proto-battle cruiser, and the game lets us. At which point, we can penetrate our own belt at super short range, but we can wreck anything else. Yeah, let's go a straight-up battle cruiser. These are fun to build. I enjoy them. They are exceptional ships. They are the ships of the line, and there will only be a couple. Now this one, I'm going to call this the Barrow class. The northernmost town in Alaska, and I think technically the United States. Not necessarily North America. I think Canada may have a village that's further north. Spend more on the Navy. Yes. Now I want to balance these tensions a little bit. Again, France is getting low aggro. Let's get at least some intelligence. I'm gonna drop both medium for now. Because I want to be able to have the time to get at least a couple of these new ships out. Budget tension, which that's making France very angry. Another French light cruiser. It's identical to ours. Alright, we're going to lay down one of her for now. We can actually get away with a second, which burn 1,100 per month. So we could actually build a second without going. I mean, we'll be red, but we won't run out of money. New Italian battleship, 1901. Yeah, we'll be able to take her. Wow! That's a glorified heavy cruiser is what that is. He's going, yeah, it's a battleship, honest. And bigger docks. I always invest in bigger docks. Half the time I never even use that much capacity, but especially early on, I think it makes a bigger difference when you have a couple rapid tech jumps at the same time where you wouldn't be able to build the ship otherwise. Of course, there's always something to be said with quantity over quality, so it depends. Italy. Whatever. British have good 7-inch guns. We could steal them. I do enjoy large secondary batteries. They don't do much, but they're fun. because why not? How about having a saving every turn or whatever. So our new heavy cruisers are 100 tons lighter than our new proto battleships, and they mount the same guns, significantly less armor, and in exchange for 2 knots of speed. Yeah, that's a battle cruiser, all right. Nothing too exciting yet. Okay. And we're gonna lay down some more of these destroyers. I don't much care until we get 600 tonners to actually redesign, so we'll just build those. Alright, so here again, we can get more budget for losing prestige, and we got just enough, we'll be fine for now. You have to watch it, but yeah, more budget for a little cost of prestige, sure. No. We'll get some prestige and tension, so we just paid ourselves back. They're a little angry, but not too upset yet. Sometimes you can't trigger a war when you want it. It's the nature of the game. Yes, we have researched nothing, so I want more budget. If you're like the lead of tech, then you generally don't want to do that because you'll be disseminating your technology out. Sure. Lose a little budget, but it's fine. I'm not hurting. And making Britain friendly is always good. Maybe we'll steal that from them. So they'll have slightly better accuracy. Oh, good. Destroyer's coming online. We're gonna go to all reserve, because they'll work up even in reserve. Though at least they fair eventually. Yes! More DACA. Okay. I had a thought, but I lost it. So, bigger docks. Oh! Corvettes. Design a ship. Corvettes! I honestly don't care. As long as they're not 900 tons. Later on, I will build some 900s, but that's after I get a lot of tech for ASW. And we want minesweeping. Cool. Check. All is okay. You ugly, ugly thing. And I don't care about the name. Yep. Build like a dozen. Sure. They're a technology leader. They may have some research I don't yet. And we'll build 8 for right now. So we got enough for 10 more turns, at which point these will have already popped, so that'll be perfect. No. Very good, Germany. You're your friend and me. Their new heavy cruiser. 21 knots, we'll be matching. Whoa, 7.5-inch belt. Wow. She is belty. A lot lighter. And lighter firepower. We could take her. Oh, which reminds me. Doctrine. That's what I was forgetting. Okay. So, I like to run something more like this early on. Way more high explosive. So at long and medium ranges, it's nothing but high explosive spam against everything. Because plunging fire isn't really a thing yet, so AP plunging fire does basically nothing. And if you can get some early hits in their superstructure with high explosive, you might slow down the ship enough to kill it and or set fires, which also are devastating right now because damage control is probably nothing for everybody. Yes. We might have developed it ourselves, but, you know, bear safe, sorry. We're running a little low on money. We'll get a little bit of tension, we could afford it. Nice! That means we could probably, once these are down, make a revised one that's slightly lighter and cheaper. Which is always a good thing. Mission Navy. Ship design, fantastic. Alright, I want some light cruisers. Let me see, open this, oops, open design. Now these things, pretty terrible, but I think I can make this guy work. And we're gonna, she's got so many 4-inch guns, that's whatever. Can I get away 3,000? Is that still a CL? Yes. The Aspirin class, and it is a breeder. On some reliable engines, just go out raid shipping. Make her even cheaper. 1-inch belt, 1-inch deck. Cheap as crisps. We will armor the conning tower with a couple inches. Deck guns are all out in the wind. It's fantastic. Let's go a little bit lighter yet. Can we get another knot of speed? We can. Oh, one more. Nah, it's pretty expensive. Could we go? No, that's the smallest we can go and still be a DD. I think it's 25, 26, nope. What 26? Overgunned. Okay. Well, what if we go 5-inch guns? Okay, ship is overweight, but now we can get rid of probably H and I. Still too many guns for the displacement. Okay, tell you what. We'll go D and E, A, so we'll go F and G, J, and K. Okay, that's fine. Delete that one. 2 forward guns. Delete Y. Add 2 rear guns. They happy? That's happy. How much for 23 knots? 100. Nah, that's too much for 23 knots. We'll leave that 22 knots. $2,600 was max, right? Or minimum. Yeah, 2,600. So in that case, we'll throw on some 3-inch guns. Smattering them in casemates, sure. Add 1 rear-mounted torpedo tube. Yeah, perfect. And 1 rangefinder. So we can have extra guns, because she's not meant for engagement. She is a cheap as crisps raider. Alright, everything else on reserve. Once this gets up to probably about a 10, I'll put the fleet into active for training purposes. Right now it's fine though. Industrial production. Oh, USA. Yeah, this is no concern. You can take over Cuba. I have no interest there yet. That's fine. In terms of expansion, I would be interested in, obviously, Eritrea. I'll just make a note here. So, in a war with Italy, Eritrea is always good. If you can afford it, Sardinia. And, is this Corsica? I was thinking Coruscant. Oops, wrong thing. Now, these two are, I would say, almost critical. In a war with France, you tend to spawn a number of missions in this area. And with Italy, you tend to spawn a lot over here and such. Or right in the strait. Sometimes down here too. But especially when dealing with France, these two are critical. The rest of this you could probably do without. Roads is amusing. But yeah. Those would be the expansions I want. Normally I like to just get everything if I can, but not this round. Better armor. Okay, go to build. We're gonna say build. I think we could get away just straight up with 6 of these right now. Perfect. raiders. Excellent. And I think we're going to design a new CL. Let's see if we can auto design. 5-inch guns? Nah, we want 6. This is going to be our new fleet ship. Engine priorities built for speed. Let's see here. I'm just trying to find where we balance initially. That's all okay for right now. 130, I prefer about 150 rounds. Or the torpedoes, 2-inch belt is great. Deck is more than enough up against everything right now. Honestly, we probably get away with 1-inch deck. It does provide, you know, a good chunk of the armor. It's kind of a trade-off. Conning tower, bring that down 2.5 inches. Turrets, I do want a homogeneous turret, so it's a full turreted, protect against splinters. All okay. We can get it maybe a little bit lighter. You end up with some rounding points we're going to work out. 150 rounds, bunch of 6-inchers. You know, let's get throw in some case-mated guns on either side. 4,800 tons, Navarra. And actually, oh, I forgot, I screwed up my naming convention. This is a fleet. The Navarra class. There you go, just so I can distinguish. I got it backwards with the other ones, but oh well. It makes it a little bit easier. Once I start getting other designs, I can just sort my name and I'll see all my fleet cruisers, all my raiders, ordered correctly. But I goofed on these. Oh well. Back our ally. And yeah, they're a little bit angry. How are we looking? Tension 9. Ooh, tempted. We'll give another turn. Build. We're gonna build at least one of these. We'll start dipping into our pockets a little bit. We'll ride it for a little bit. Bigger docks. Sure. Always more. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Russia. Prestige tension. Yeah. You do have to watch your prestige. You can get into a death spiral and it's almost unrecoverable. Lose low attention. I'm not quite ready to trip it off yet. And we'll mobilize everything. That way they start training up. I mean, that was the chance to go to war, but I would have given up some VPs, probably 1,000 worth right off the back because there's nothing in the active fleet. Ease it up to 600 tons. There we go. Oh no, we lost a Corvette, but now we're on active fleet. See, right there. Cruiser action, huh? Perfect. Well, we got new cruisers. And we get the old ones. Alright, this is going to be a straight up turn and burn the other direction. I have zero interest in losing this ship because she's just going to go raiding because she is terrible. Well, she might not. Oh, alright. Turnabout. Squad max. Yeah, we'll go 20 knots. See? Okay. Ship details. There's that dual purpose bug showing up again. We did actually have more guns, but yeah. I'm fine without losing the ship this early. Battle was a draw. Okay, trade protection. All these old terrible destroyers going to trade protection. And we'll go throw these ones on it too. All first geners. South ones keep going. Oh yes, and these on trade protection as well. So if we throw those on trade protection, we don't need to put these ones on trade protection. So we got plenty of trade protection. I like cruiser almost gone the way. You will start raiding. And actually, I'm gonna send. Can I? Hopefully I can meet these raiders. No, because they're cramped accommodations. Oh, man. That legacy fleet, you're killing me. And in Rule the Waves 1, what I could have done, for example, was send them to the Indian Ocean and trip an invasion. It doesn't work like that anymore unless you have something else in range of doing the actual invasion with, so... yeah, the only thing we could invade would be here, but it's part of the main body of it, so we can't. There you go, some raiding going on. Convoy defense, medium size. Alright, what we got? Our crappy cruisers. Yay! And there is our convoy. We're probably not going to get a kill, but we can get some good fleet points just by protecting. Hopefully it's not their battleships. One ship, huh? Let's go 20 knots. See what we got. You know, we scared them off, but yeah, we're gonna leave it alone. They already turned and ran. I don't feel like stern chasing them into port. Nothing was gonna happen, so we'll just run the clock. I think, a little more patient than I used to be. I don't force it. We've already won because of the huge amount of transports that are gonna survive, so we're gonna get the VPs. And I'll take a ship when it makes sense. Just a matter of waiting. Waiting for the opportune moment. I should check the almanac after this, see how many ships they actually have in total. And we just hurry up. Sure, everybody enter the port. We won. We got some significant VPs. So they have a penalty of 1,600. We have a benefit of 17. Perfect. Excellent. 1 prestige. Fantastic. I'm blind. Oh, there they are. Almanac. How are we looking against Italy? Actually, let's look overall. They actually still have more battleships than me, and they have a significant amount of tonnage. We've got them beating heavy cruisers, though, so that's where we can win. Light cruisers are comparable. We got more DDs, and whatever, corvettes. Okay. So we need another battleship. It's not going to happen this war. Coastal bombardment. Large size. Alright. The Donau. Excellent. Excellent. Hopefully we'll find one of their heavy cruisers. And these guys are acting as fleet scout. That's fine. Oh, and it's dawn. Even better. So, in theory, if we catch them in the ocean over here, we could push them out and chase them away. And sink them. Depends. They're closer to their own port, so probably not going to get away with that. Unless that's a transport. No, it's a transport. Okay. Stay at cruising speed. Oh yeah, good battle music. Oh, I love the MechWarrior 2 soundtrack. It was so good. That's... Ooh, hello. Alright, go 20 knots. CO. Nino Bixio. Oh. A bunch of misunderstandings on signaling. Pretty typical. Happens all the time in this era. See if we can get this transport. That corvette's not worth as much as the transport. The transport's right here. There we go. Yep, go pick it up. Drop down cruising speed. And Let's see. Now there's probably a few mines. Hopefully we won't find any of them. I hope. This is every single one of our heavy cruisers. All 5. That's impressive. Alright, we're gonna slow down 8 knots. Normal speed. We're gonna slow down further down to 5 knots. And kind of angle out so we can get all the guns to bear. There we go. Happily bombard that target. 11 inchers are scoring hits. Fantastic. Now, in some runs I've built these type of ships overseas, so I get 12-inch guns, but the tensions this round made it inadvisable. You never know when your own ships might get taken off the slipways. And I think it costs a little bit more to build them overseas, so it's a trade-off. Depends how much technology you're going to get out of it. And right now, we wouldn't get much. So look at how many hits it's taking. Unfortunately, it doesn't say. How many hits have I scored? 14 hits with 11-inch guns. The bombardment target is still not destroyed. Yeah, our tech is very, very poor. Half our ammunition's gone. There we go. So it took 5 ships, half their ammo, to destroy a bombardment target. We have terrible guns. Now, because these are still coal-fired ships, it takes them actually a little bit to get up to steam. Cruising speed home, that's good enough. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of their heavy cruisers, but we'll steam on out of here. We might find something on the way back. It's just available. Okay, nothing. We should be outside of their minefield, so we'll cruise this way. See if we can find anything interesting. Nope, nighttime. I should probably build a couple more coastal defenses over here just for more minefields. Looks like it didn't really spread them down here. Okay. Got to mirror that. Yeah, they never even spawned their air cruiser. Okay, major victory though. 1700 BP. And 1, 2, 4, 5 there. Okay, very good. Do I want to? I think I can swing that right now in the budget. Under construction. Yeah, it'll be close. I can always pause one if I have to. We're going to build a fortification. 2 more 6-inch batteries down here. I just want a little bit more mining, if possible. That'll bring us parity. That should be right. 6 turns. Yeah, we'll be fine. I still got hematones there. We should be okay. I'll just have to watch it. If tension starts rising a little bit more, I'll have to drop this down so they don't get involved. Don't want them in the water at all. New British armored cruiser, 23 knots. Okay, 2 knots faster. Thicker belt, bigger turrets, bigger tonnage, smaller guns, but bigger secondaries. 5 inches of protection on. This is a good ship. This could easily go toe to toe with mine and outrun. Good job, Brit. Armor. Now we're sinking some merchants. Tip for tap. Convoy attack. And all of our oldest cruisers. I'll be glad once we can get rid of these things. They're terrible. The biggest thing is the cramped. If I could at least raid with them, they'd be halfway decent, but Quad Max. Come on, where's your transports, bro? Are they here or are they over there? I see you running. Ah! I see you. Yes, again, that light cruiser. Do they not have any heavy cruisers? I need to double check, but I thought they did. They might be all raiding. That's probably what they did. Is they sent their entire fleet of heavy cruisers raiding, giving mine to dominate the seas. All right, they have a ton of destroyers here. So I have to be very, very, very careful. We'll go down normal speed. As many destroyers means there are fish in the water somewhere, and that is very dangerous. And it's pretty easy to lose them. Yep, there's those ones. Turn. Good gunnery practice. Turn. Turn out. Another transport. And no, I don't believe you. It might be an AMC. Oh, it's a destroyer. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Turn, 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 turn. I was about to say that better not be a torpedo. Okay, that destroyer. We did not hit it. That's unfortunate. But we'll try for these ones and we'll sweep back. Let's go squad max. Squad max is 19 knots. Ugh. Rates are already fouled. You terrible, terrible ships. But they're doing the job. At least they're fairly cheap. Not like my prototype fast battleship battlecruiser things, which are horribly expensive. And unfortunately, they so far have nothing in this war to fight, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping I could have already sunk their heavy cruisers. Half our ammo. So we can get a couple more transports out of this. We've already achieved our mission, but more victory points is always going to be more victory points. Good. Let's see if we can get that last one. That's what I can see anyway. Yeah. See your game. Hey, she's coming back. Perfect. Oh, maybe not. She's not sure what she's doing. You know what? I don't think it's worth it. For one more transport risking a heavy cruiser. Nah. They're over it like ticks. Yeah, you guys totally drove me off. Actually, you did. That's okay. We sank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 transports. Probably 1 or 2 got away. Well, obviously 1, maybe 2. And night's falling. That's actually a great show of it. So no real ship fights yet. A lot of posturing, but nothing decisive. We're given the boot to the boot. Wonder what this is all about. Three got away. Still, that's not bad at all. With no damage taken my own ships. That's actually fantastic. I would like to deal with that little ship details. That little light cruiser. Fast as she 22 knots, so we'd have to catch her just right to run her down. Or hopefully she has engine failure. Okay. I forget, our new light cruiser she's gonna be 23 knots. She could catch her. Have to see. Oh, no. We're way in the lead. You're not getting off with nothing. Oh, they now got a sub. Coastal bombardment, fleet size. Ooh. If this doesn't go well, or does not, fleet size, and it's just my cruisers. Means there's probably going to be battleships. That said, it's both of my new battle cruisers. So if it's only 2 battleships, I could take them. These ships are more than capable. With their heavy armor, you know, at super close range, they could be pinned. But at medium ranges, with their wall of fire, they could do it. Oh, I should have increased the secondaries to more high explosive too. Forgot about that. Oh well. Drone ship. Let's see what we got. Let's go 20 knots. I don't quite want to wear them out yet. Squad max. I have a feeling, let's go back cruising speed. That might be the scout for the actual fleet. Let's see what we got. I'm not going full speed because I don't want to foul the engines too early. Well, it might just be the one ship. Oh, there's the second. Okay. Squad max. That is 20 knots. It is the squad max. And we're already fouled. Great. Bunch of DDs. Corvettes. Alright, another inconclusive. The Italian fleet does not want to come out. Let me get that Corvette. Yeah. Yeah. Slow down, pound it, bow it, bump it. Nightfall is falling, but we are pounding the target. Let's hug this close line as close as we can. Slow way down. Alright, good. It's bombarded. Go back to cruising speed. Get out of there. Oh, we're winning the naval fleet war in terms of objectives. Just no good engagements. Yep, everybody go home. Austria, Hungary! Another major victory. Admiral's motors, 50%. Oh! I'm running on Rear Admiral? Oh, I need to go back to Admiral. Now, admittedly, running in like Captain's mode is fantastic so that you can fire your own torpedoes and such, but it feels almost so gamey against the AI. That said, the AI can see your torpedoes. They cheat like hell. So, you know, you sit there and you get torpedoed without notification. You fire torpedoes, they immediately turn. It's pretty obvious they know what's coming. You can still hit them, but it's tricky. That said, I'd rather the actual BPs from successful engagements and, you know, play it as it is. Alright, well, that is June of 1905. I'll probably be playing this series until about 1945, 1950. Normally that's about where I finally bag it because even on lower tech, airplanes get too nuts. But that's probably a good spot to stop. It's been about an hour, and yeah, we'll see how this works. Hopefully the grand experiment is successful. So, alright, cool. Well, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed.